What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to Clash with Bando. Just checking my volume. Tonight I'm going to be doing a live session. I'm starting with 81B, then I'm going to go over to 82. I'll be doing 2 attacks in our war versus the Burma Hell Army. They've copped a really rough draw, so there's no doubt about it. They've got 7 9s, 10s and 11s, and we've got 9. And then on top of that, Pirate 2 down the bottom, of course. There's no clan mascot because he's out with a couple of heroes down. So, the attacks I want to do, it looks like they're going to have a rough time even getting 2 stars on our bases. So, I'm going to be doing a bit of fun / trying to get a 3 on their 2 star. And the way I'm going to be doing this is going a Queen Walk, 3 Lightnings, and then a LavaLoon. What I want to do, I'm really not sure on which way to go, but in the end I'm going to walk my queen starting over here, going clockwise, enter that cell there, exit that cell there, then keep walking along and leave the queen once she's over there. So I don't care, once she gets that air defense, she'll just shoot that archer tower and then get locked into that cell. Which isn't a bad thing, because if she steps inside, she's going to get sucked up by that inferno. So, I mean, it would be nice if I could fit extra wall breakers. I may have 2 spare, I think it is. So, if so, I'll put them up on this square up here. But, yeah, this is a bit of a test run to be able to run Bando 80 through the account, through this base later. With my king, I'm going to put my king, when this is shooting the queen, hopefully I'll use wall breakers to open up that cell, and I want to send my king into that cell there to get that archer tower and air defense, and then I'm just going to LavaLoon from the top. Now I'm hitting through an air sweeper, which is problematic, but you see 3 lightnings are going to smash up that midfield. They're going to get an air defense, a blower, an inferno tower, and hopefully give me a good run to be able to get in. I need to be aware of the eagle obviously firing at once the king goes down, so I need to hold on to that. I've got 5 healers. What I'm hoping is I don't have to use any ranges on the heel walk. I am going to be drawing that clan castle once I've kicked inside a touch. Once that archer tower aggroes onto the queen, I'm then going to use my 1 hog and try to draw that clan castle out towards the queen, because she'll be out here, she'll be all by herself. I've got 1 poison. I'm hoping with the poison and a wizard that I might be able to hold my rage. That's what I'm really desperately hoping, or even better, hold my queen's ability, because if I can use the queen's ability over here, then I've got an extra rage for my air element. So it's a pretty complex plan, but I think it's a war where it's good for us to be able to get these practices and do these attacks and have a bit of fun at the same time. Everything should be ready. I've got 2 hounds because I've only got 1 air defense that's going to be up. It's a bit hard to work out should I have taken a 3rd hound, but in the end I thought, well, stuff it. If I can take a 5th healer, then maybe I might be able to save that rage spell. And oh, look out, I just about made a mistake. I need an earthquake. Just going to pause and swap spells. Alright, back off pause. So I've got an earthquake. Lucky, I've done that before. So I've got no hastes or anything to be able to get into that midfield. That's why I'm desperately hoping I can hold on to my rage. So it is... Actually, stuff it. What I might do is drop my poison. I'm doing it. It's a trial run for my Bando 80 account. So if I take Bando 80, I'm going to have a warden. So you need those hastes to be able to get into that, get in through that blower as well. So we'll see how this goes. If I stuff it up, I stuff it up. You can all have a laugh at me. Done this raid a few times, a few variations. Obviously the bases are different, and normally it's the DPS troops that I struggle on. so I've only got a couple minion, but I'm hoping my queen might stay alive. So yeah, 12 wall breakers. I'll just do the math. I want 3 wall breakers to get in there, another 3, 6 over there, so that's 9. So I won't have any spare for the queen, so I'll need to use 3 to get into that. Hopefully though, there'll be no splash or anything. Excuse me. So the mortar won't, that'll be dead and gone because the queen's going through. So then hopefully those 3 wall breakers will get me inside. I definitely need to make sure I get out of there. Either way, the queen's going to aggro the queen. It just means that I would miss that second air defence, and that could be problematic. Alright, I've got 3 wizards all up now. I want 1 wizard for the queen for her clan castle draw. And then I've got 2 to go in with my king and hopefully help rip it up quickly. Just want to double check the range on that. That's the biggest problem I see, is how the hell am I going to actually get that clan castle out? Where to send it in. So I'm probably going to be sending my hog into the wall by those by the queen. It's just very hard because if I try to get that archer tower, I might struggle. So I think the going in versus that queen is going to be the best way. Just want to double check one more statistic. Let's go with that. How many hit points does that have? So you've got 475 hit points, and you've got 1100 hit points. Let's go with one of those. All these changes. These are things that I've been looking at the base all day long, but you know, talking about it, I kind of found that doing these live attacks has helped me a lot along my way, because I talk about it and I put it out there. Alright, so I'm not doing lightnings at the start. Alright, I did just pause, you won't see it, but I've done the maths now. We keep in mind that Eagle Laser artillery is not going to fire until you drop 150 troop space. So the queen with all of the wall breakers, there will be 18 unit spaces for the wall breakers. All of the heals, there's 70 spaces there. You keep in mind heroes take 25, and that's 113 spaces just for 9 wall breakers. So you add an extra 4 points for a whiz, and your king on top of that, and then 2 more. Puts me at exactly 150. So I need to be aware, if I drop that last wizard, as soon as I drop that wizard, it's going to be hammer time. And if I use a rage spell, if I drop my king down, it's hammer time. So I need to be aware of these things. Let's get into it, eh? You've listened to me ramble on enough. So start me queen walk, wall breakers. Let's get going. I've got a lot of loons, so I'm hoping that at least there'll be 1 laser being soaked on that multi. Worst thing would be is if that queen went side on. Not a lot going at the moment. Snuck in me wall breakers. This is why I wanted to use the 5 healers. I probably could have pitched them up just a touch more, but that's good, they'll get in there. Now let's have a look at getting his clan castle out soon. Didn't even get close. Bloody movement speed, eh? So the queen should hopefully get it then. No. Come on, you bitch. This will be problematic. What's going to happen here? Oh, when to use this bloody poison. So I'm going to use that poison and hope that... Yeah, I've saved the rage. So I can now save. There we go. It's a loon. Oh, that'll be problematic. You're just. Alright, that's good. I've still got my queen's ability. I wanted to get that thing out, so I need to get my king's going to be drawing that bloody laser. Only got a minute left, so I need to move it along. Alright, let's get into it. I'm losing. Lost me king, he's gone. So I haven't managed to get that extra. Sorry, you'll just see I'm just a little bit out of touch. Where have I? Pop my queen. Right, so the eagles caused a bit of grief. A reasonable walk up until had to get that eagle. Maybe I'll have a look at doing a ground second part. So instead of looking at the air, that queen, you can see she can get 2 entire flanks. I've noticed the splash on that eagle has been absolutely amazing since the last change. Alright, 70%. I'll swap accounts and come back. Okay, here we are back on Bando 82, and I'm going to load up my attack for this one. We'll have a look. We've got a couple golems, lots of lightning spells, a few hogs, lots of loons. So this is what I was saying with doing the fun attack. We'll have a look at number 8. We've had this opened by Town Hall 8. And what I want to try here is something a little bit different. I want to lightning the air defense beside the queen. I want to do it when she pats past both. So that will hopefully get close to killing her. Then I want to use from one end 2 golems with my heroes. Enough. And just loons for the rest of it, really. It's not rocket science. What we've got with the queen, she's a level 28, 1270 hit points. Each lightning does around 500 damage, and I'm hoping to be able to spray next to her. And then, of course, the earthquakes I'll use just on top of the town hall there to get the 2 air defense, do a bit of damage to these expos. So you see there is a blower in the middle that's going to give me a bit of grief. The other blower's in a pretty dumb spot. Yeah, it looks like it's been dragons and loons in most of it. So I've had this planned for a little while. It's a bit of a fun attack. I'm not going to take it too serious with the way the war's going. 4 healers. Now I'm going to use 2 healers initially. I want to use 2 healers on one of the golems, and that'll take a bit of damage, and I want to use that to just keep him propped up. And then I'm going to save 2 healers, and I'm going to use those for my queen is the aim. I'd like to do a belated queen walk, so to speak. So I've got only 6 wizards. That should be a fun attack. Let's have a crack, eh? Let's see if I can think on the go. I've got my earthquake, I've got poison. So I might use the 2 healers on my level 5 rock monster. And there I'm just going to Warbreaker in the middle of that archer tower and gold storage. And then your 2 golems will path in there nicely. That archer tower, or possibly that archer tower, is going to give me a bit of grief. I need to be aware of positioning and all of that. I've got lots of loons, so if I need to spray them out, really it's going to come down to how much splash damage this queen does. I have got 3 carryover, hogs, just in case one of these archer towers, air defense in the middle doesn't get killed. So I just want to watch the padding of the queen. She starts on that air defence and comes around nicely. Righto. Blimey. So I've missed that one. That's where I want her. I want her dead on middle. Come on, Bando. Alright, so it's got her under half. Now she'll walk into it. Go into it, go into it. Fanny hair of health. Ooh dear. That could be problematic. Now let's get the other one. Let's get that poison out, slow those loons down. Now my queen's doing alright. I've got to keep in mind I want a belated queen walk. So the golems are dead effectively. I need... There we go, Queenie's getting in there. Queen. Alright, let's get those loons out. That queen, what a bitch. Now, those loons are going to be an issue. Sorry, I should say that queen in centre midfield is going to be an issue. My queen, the golem's not dying in the end has been the biggest problem I've got. Use me king. That's it. So you see the effects of four lightnings didn't get the queen. That was a big loss, and my queen, the golems, I needed to put the healers to the right a lot more to get off those golems. But I didn't expect it to smash it or anything like that. I was hoping, obviously, it would do a lot better than it did. But I am obviously going to publish this so you can see not all our attacks are perfect. Definitely not all of mine. Yeah, I'm going to leave this. I just want to watch that opening again. So I'm just going to replay that. I'll speed it up. Oh, I got it on the next pat, didn't I? Alright, so here's the money shots. Straight on ahead. So that got it to what looked under half. They were too far off. That's what it is, right there. That's the big issue. I needed those lightnings to be a touch lower. And that's cost me there. We'll just speed up the start here. I thought I did that okay at the start. Obviously your golem's on full health. Loons go down nice and quick. In the end I could have put those second healers. Yeah, I've just put him straight on the golem. Because he's taking aggro, he's going to want to be healed. So I needed to put the other ones over on the right hand side behind those loons maybe. That would have then given them some cover fire. The loons would have given the healers cover fire to get on the queen in enough time. If I had have got that on, then it would have been a lot different. But two errors there. You see the big error on the lightning spells, and then obviously where I've dumped those healers. But yeah, hope you've had a bit of a laugh, and